U-55 continues its long voyage towards our patrol area west of the Rockall Bank. Early in the morning we received a courtesy radio transmission informing us of the fate of Stabsbootsmann Peter Herr, our chief machinist. Although I should say former chief machinist, because after what happened I very much doubt that he will be reassigned to our boat. The military police found him in a small wooded area that can be crossed side to side in about 15 minutes. He was so completely drunk that he got lost in that small wood and couldn't find a way out. Upon discovering that his leave had already expired, the military police arrested him. If we had still been in port, I might have been able to smooth things over, but as it stands right now, harsh punishment awaits him, and the demotion might be the least of his worries. I hope that his fate serves as a memorable warning to all those members of my crew who like to get stupid drunk as soon as their legs touch land. Well, at least we now know that no terrible accident befell him. The day continues without any notable events, until in the evening we suddenly spot smoke on the horizon. We turn the boat towards it and increase our speed. Should we really be this lucky to find the target only one day after leaving the port? Excitement infects everyone on board as they rush to their battle stations. This boat is ready for a fight. Hello there, and welcome to a new episode of our U-55 campaign in Silent Hunter 3 with the OneAlex Mod Edition. We have just entered the Celtic Sea. We are still on our way to the patrol area, still a few days away from it, but we have found something. There's a column of smoke on the horizon, and of course we are going to move in to investigate. So first things first, increase speed. We are not slow. The sea is super calm. It is really nice. The weather really perfect. And so we really shouldn't have a problem to catch up with whatever that is. Let's bring the user to the bridge so that we can determine if that thing is going left to right or right to left. How can we best intercept it? Let me put this right here. Let's turn directly towards it. We might have to help with that a little bit. Oh yeah, I overshot the target a little bit, but maybe the boat will bounce back by a degree or two. And now we just have to observe. I'll place the crosshairs on the target. And now let's see, I think... yeah, the boat is still slowly turning. Okay, I think now it has stabilized. So once again, let's do this. And now I want to see where this thing is going. Just for my first observation, it seems to be going left to right. So to intercept it, we should turn right a little bit. Let's do that. Let's turn 30 degrees right.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 1-2.
I still can't tell what that is. We are very far away. And either that target is sailing away from us, or the amount of smoke that it produces is quite massive and the smoke column is very large. We'll see about that. I think I'll make a little cut here and we'll resume this once I am closer to that thing, once I can tell you what I'm even looking at here. I might be seeing masts poking over the horizon right now. Let me check that. Yeah, I do see masts. Masts are starting to poke over the horizon, but still most of the ship is hidden behind it. Let's close the range a little bit and then better determine which way this thing is going and how we can best intercept and maybe even fight it. So, see you again soon. Just a few minutes later, and we have a new development. It's more than one ship. There are 2 columns of smoke. And I still can't tell what I'm looking at. This is actually a difficult situation, because, well, this is our first contact in this patrol in not 1940, but 1941. More and more escorts are fitted with radar. If these ships that I'm looking at, if these are destroyers, and they have radar, then it's not entirely impossible that they can detect me right now. However, I don't think this the first ship that we have spotted, the one here, is a destroyer. I see multiple masts that leads me to believe that this is a merchant of some kind. But is that merchant escorted? And if that escort has a radar, well, there have been many stories about U-boats suddenly getting chased by escorts that shouldn't have any chance of spotting them. But apparently, the English radar sets are more effective than the German ones at this point in time. Let me see. Can I spot something on this thing? Oh no, I can't spot any masts yet or something like that. It's just a column of smoke rising above the horizon. Here I can clearly tell apart that this ship has 3 masts and a funnel. Probably a funnel in the rear. So, just by looking at this, I think I can tell that I'm looking at an AOB of something like maybe 130, 140, something like that. So these ships, I think I'm more or less on a parallel course with them. Incidentally. Yeah, I think so. That worked out quite well. We'll leave it at that. We'll take another break here, and I'll continue to catch up to them. Just judging by the fact that I'm racing ahead at 17 knots and I still can't see a lot of this ship. They are definitely sailing away from me. But I have the faster boat. I should be able to catch up to them. Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's take a short break and we'll continue once something new happens. And once again, something new has happened. I still see those 2 ships, and now I can even see a little bit of the superstructure of the rear ship. Still can't tell anything about the forward ship. But let me show you something. So there's that. We can see a little bit of the structure. Not much though. Still can't really say what I'm looking at. But most likely it is some kind of tanker maybe, or bulk carrier, because the engine room is clearly in the back. There's the bridge structure, and in front of that we have 3 masts. This ship here, I think I can spot 2 masts left and right of the smoke column. So that's most likely a freighter as well. However, there's something else. There's a faint column of smoke over there, moving fast right to left. I think I'm looking at a warship. That over there might actually be some kind of escort. But I'm not sure. I can't be sure. However, there's a way for us to be sure, and that way involves interrupting our pursuit for a moment and diving. Before I do that though, let me call these targets in, just in case. So AOB, I'm still thinking more or less that this is right. Their speed, I'm gonna dial in at, I don't know, 12 knots, 13 knots, something like that. They're pretty fast. That much is obvious. Distance to that ship, let's give it 10 kilometers. So if my AOB, I need my weapons officer on station. Who did I designate as my weapons officer though? You were my weapons officer. Yeah, Emma Unterhorst. So if I go to the user, if we really think that at the bearing that I'm looking at, I'm seeing the target at an AOB of about 130, then their course is more or less, well, let's give it 25. 25 is the course. Speed, distance, got all the things. Radio operator, call it in. Let's verify the report that we sent. Estimated speed 13, estimated course 25, BF43, 1602. Okay, back to the bridge. Let's check once again what I'm looking at here. Yeah, still a faint... That thing is moving. That is moving fast. I think it's more than likely that that's a warship. Look how fast it's moving. Maybe it is coming towards these two ships to escort them. Yeah, that's a very real possibility. Okay, let's not risk too much here. Periscope depth.
Auf Seerotiefe gehen.
Keep the speed. Bring us down. Let's get somebody on the hydrophone. Where is... Let me check. Hartmann, there you are. Get on the sonar. Sounds like we have slipped beneath the waves. We have.
Derzeitige Tiefe 1-0.
Not enough crew in the electric engines compartment. Yeah, because you didn't get transferred over there.
Nicht genug Besatzung an den E-Maschinen, Herr Kaloy.
Now it's working. Alright. Hydrophone. Tell me. Do we have a warship contact?
Kontakt, Frachter, entfernt sich auf 3, 2, 1. Große Entfernung.
Yes, yes, yes. Damn it. There is a warship. Moving fast, moving away. Moving away, huh? 327, long range. Is it though? Let's listen. Definitely a warship. Not constant speed. It's varying the speed. Might be on a patrol pattern. Freighter. One freighter. 2. And then the warship. Over here. Increase our speed.
Ein Drittel Fahrt voraus.
Observation periscope. Observation periscope up. Warship 327. Right there. Okay, what to do now? Do I risk moving in? You know, We kinda have to.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 2-7.
But we are going to change our course. I don't know if this is a good idea or not.
Jawohl, Herr
Increase
Kaloin.
speed.
Volle Fahrt voraus.
Surface to
Jawohl,
boat.
Herr Kaloin.
Auftauchen. Vorne um 10, hinten kommen auf 5.
Bring us up there. If I can get in front of that little convoy, I can engage them. If there's only one escort, I should be able to get around that.
Nicht genug Besatzung an den Dieseln, Herr Kaloin.
Yeah, that's the problem when your chief engineer decides to do something else with his life.
Besatzung an den Dieseln, Herr Kaloin.
There we go. Your chief machinist, not engineer. Oh, periscope down. Alright, how much daylight do we have left? About an hour? An hour and a half? Might be a viable strategy to wait for nighttime and to then attack one of the freighters. It's not too late, however, for the Luftwaffe to show up. Maybe the report that we sent out will attract some help. I would gladly accept it. But yeah, for now we can't do much else but to follow these guys. Try to get in a position ahead of them. And then we'll just have to play it as it happens. So, let's take another short break and see what fate has in store for us. Welcome back. Once again we have a new development on the horizon, so to speak. Over here we can see the last ship in the convoy. Then there is the other ship in the convoy, and somewhere in front of them we do have the escort. However, something else has shown up. There seems to be another merchant sailing right to left, so basically sailing towards these guys. It's getting crowded out here. There doesn't seem to be anything else. No. I think I'm at a point where I have to make a few decisions. As you can see, the sun is gone, so it's gonna be dark pretty soon. Already, the horizon, from their point of view, behind us, is getting quite dark, so I should be pretty difficult to spot. I think what I want to do at this point is to turn in towards them, close the distance a bit, so that I can start to identify what I'm even facing here. I do believe they have changed course in the meantime, so I have not been able to overtake them yet. And yeah, that's one more reason why we really need to close the distance with them. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll set up an intercept course.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 276.
We are turning in.
Schiff gesichtet.
And we should close the distance pretty fast.
Schiff gesichtet.
Now, here's my thinking right now. Since there is a third target all of a sudden, that doesn't seem to be part of this little convoy, it might be wiser to attack target number 3. And then maybe to once again chase after the convoy. Maybe. Still, it's escorted and we are getting into waters that are more and more shallow. We are now at a depth of 88 meters. Yeah. So it's getting worse by the moment, and in these waters a destroyer, if that is a destroyer in front of the convoy, will have a very easy time engaging me with depth charges. So I'm not really looking forward to that, and I will avoid it if at all possible. So maybe The smart thing here is indeed to go for the target that is not part of the convoy. You are excited. Which is a good thing. Okay. Let's continue to close the distance. What ship are you spotting? 342. That is... yeah, that's just the freighters that we have been following the whole time. That's fine. I think I'm now interested in this guy. Yeah. Still, I need to keep an eye out for the warship. So this is gonna take a little bit more time. Patience really is a requirement if you're playing Silent Hunter. It really is. But I will be patient and we will get into a position where we can do something. So until then, let's give this a few more moments. It is starting to get very interesting out here. Look at this. So here we have the rearward freighter. There's the other one. And here is the third one, the new one. As you can see, we can see the superstructures of all those ships. But what's more scary than that is that... where is it? Oh, missed it. Okay, freighter. Freighter. Warship. And you know what? I'm looking really hard at this thing, trying to tell if that mast is hosting a radar or not. And I can't tell at this distance. I think I will go with my original plan to attack the new ship that is coming up. That so far seems to be the smartest thing to do. Behind me the horizon is getting really dark, or well, darker, it's not dark yet, and in front of me the horizon is nice and bright, so the targets are silhouetting themselves really nicely against the bright horizon. But that thing over there will be my target. I just have to figure out how I will attack it. I have an idea. Is that idea viable? Definitely not on this course. I might be able to use the Ausdampfverfahren to hit the target. But either I need to get a lot closer to it, or I need to change my course to come to port. Before I do that, I need to figure out if this ship is actually coming towards me or not. And that is something that... wait. The aspect on the escort is changing. Am I in trouble? Let's hold. Is this thing coming towards me? Slow us down.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
It is once again turning. No, I don't think I'm in trouble. But I think the only thing that is preventing me being spotted is the dark horizon behind me. This is a tricky situation. Too many ships to make a good decision. I don't think this ship here is coming towards me. It's sailing perpendicular to the convoy, I think. So I'm not in a good position to intercept it. I have to go... ironically, I have to go through the convoy to get to it. Well... don't think that's happening. My torpedo loadout. I have 2 steam-propelled torpedoes in my 4 tubes. I could try to do something with that. Here's the deal. Increase speed. 30 degrees right. Let's see. Let's see if I can get my ideas to work. I can pull this off if I'm careful. And swift. that includes dropping my silhouette.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloy.
Neue Tiefe 7 Meter.
Submerge the boat until the deck is underwater. Let's reduce our silhouette to just the conning tower. Nothing else. Damn, this destroyer is making me super nervous. Bring back the user.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloy.
Let me focus on this target. Target is definitely too fast. It's gaining on me. Okay. Disregard what I said, we are not using the Hausdampfverfahren. Aspect on the escort changed again. I can't tell if the bow is pointed at me or the stern. If the bow is pointed at me, then I'm in trouble. No, I think it's the stern. Good, we are coming up behind them. Target-rich environment. So, here's the deal. That ship, AOB more or less 90. Weapons officer. I'm looking at an AOB of more or less 90. Their course is almost north. Good. Plug that in for now. Plug that in for now. Sweet. By the way, watch officer, which one is the closest to us? 339. That one? I don't believe you. It should be this one. .5 kilometers does sound more or less right. I'm getting too close to this thing. This is getting too dangerous. I might have to abort this. I might have to go ahead and abort this attempt. Check this. What if I abort this attempt and decide to go after that target once it has distanced itself from the convoy?
Jawohl, Herr Kaloy.
Slow us down.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Yeah, this is just too dangerous at this point. I mean, I could try to fire a salvo at this ship. Steam-propelled torpedoes, they have a long range. I can fire a salvo and be gone long before the torpedoes reach their target. But I would need a fairly accurate firing solution for that, and I'm not confident that I'll get it. Not accurate enough, at least. What to do? I could try to take a speed reading.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloy.
Turn in.
Neuer Kurs 278.
Turn in towards that thing. We'll try to measure their speed. And we'll just go from there. Can't leave anything without trying it. Okay. We're stopping our turn. We are now slowly closing the distance. I don't want to close it too fast. I am pointing my very narrow bow at the target. So that's going to hurt, but I'm not pointing my very narrow bow at the warship. That's much more likely to spot me. Trade-offs. Everything is trade-offs. Good. Length of the target. About 100 meters. A little bit more than that, I think. Gun platform on the stern. A gun fight is out of the question. Seems to be the only armed merchant here. That thing over there is sailing in an opposite direction. I think it will be the best idea to just try to intercept that one first. And then maybe we can re-engage the convoy, although catching up to that, to them once again will be quite a challenge. Still, I'm gonna take a speed reading just in case. Just in case that I decide to do something silly here. AOB is pretty much 90. I think it will be 90 once it passes through our crosshairs. Can't see the flag, but it's an escorted ship, so I don't have to. It is classified as enemy. Once you're escorted, you're fair game. So, let's see. Length, 100 meters. Yeah, I think so. It should be more or less right. A little bit more than 100. Okay, ready to start the clock. Right now. Range to target 7,000. AOB 90. Stop the clock. That was 25. I think so, yeah. 25 seconds. This ship is longer. This ship is much longer than 100 meters. That is not a speed of 8 knots. I'm looking at a ship of the length of more or less 130 or 140. 10 to 11 knots. That's much more believable. Set speed to 11.5. Yeah. Let's go with 11. I'm not shooting. I don't like my solution. Disengage. Turn away. You're getting too close to the escort. This is my first engagement of this patrol, and I would really like it not to be the last one of this career. We're turning away. I'm going after ship number 3, even though it is smaller. Much smaller. But it doesn't appear to be armed. Not at all. And I might be able to employ some deception tactics here. We'll see about that. We will see about that. Yeah, I have an idea. I do. If I shadow ship number 3 for a while, and then I engage it, maybe with gunfire, while we are not too far away from this convoy, the destroyer will come over to check out what's going on. And that means he will leave these other 2 ships unprotected. It might allow me, if I'm lucky and if I play my cards right, it might allow me to slip by the destroyer, catch up to these 2 guys, and engage them without the destroyer being present. Will this work? I have no clue. Actually, I turned a little bit too far. I have no clue if this will work, but we will try. Increase our speed. We will try.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloi. Ruder 0 Grad.
Good. Let's go this way. Opposite course to these guys, and then I will have to catch up to that thing. But if that ship over there is not armed, then catching up will actually not be an issue. I can gun it down from a distance as well. Tricky situation. Very tricky situation, but I have a feeling that I made the smart choice here. Yes, engaging this ship would be very rewarding in terms of tonnage. Probably. But it would also lead me into direct conflict with that destroyer. Or is that even a destroyer? I'm not sure. Might be a corvette as well. Regardless, in these shallow waters, they wouldn't have much trouble finding me with their air-stick. And I would be really in danger of being hit by depth charges. So yeah, we are not doing that. We are playing this smart. Our main goal is not the maximum amount of tonnage. Our goal is to survive this thing until the end of the war. And I can only do that by playing it carefully. Times will get very tough from here on out. And I need to be careful. I need to always remind myself that I really need to be careful. I know that you guys don't want this series to end prematurely. And I really... no, my goal that I've set for myself, we are gonna get this to episode 100. That's my goal. If I can do that, well, maybe we'll be at the war's end by then. Who knows? But I want to get it to episode 100. We are not that far away. Oh well. Okay. Let's take another break. And we will continue once I'm in a position to engage that ship over there. Welcome back. We are now in a position to engage the ship that we have been pursuing. As I thought, it seems to be completely unarmed. I think they have actually spotted me by now. Now, there's only one little deviation from the expected, well, circumstances. This is not an English ship. This looks to me like a Greek flag. Now, at this point in the war, if we take a quick look at this, we can see that Greece is in the Allied camp. So we are free to attack this thing. And we definitely should. If it has spotted us, then we should absolutely engage. So we are close enough. Watch officer, man the deck gun. Now what I expect to happen is the following. We are going to shoot at this thing. That destroyer is gonna be called to help. So I need to sink this thing pretty rapidly, turn around and get away from here. When we passed behind the other ships, I have used the opportunity to mark their course, so I know precisely where they are going. I will, after engaging this ship, turn around, head back, and then head towards them. With a bit of luck, the escort that we looked at is a corvette, not faster than I am. In that case, we can really play some cat and mouse with this thing. Right. So, feel free. Open when ready. Open up when ready. Actually, hold your... Yeah, that's where I wanted to hold fire. Because they always mess up the first shot. But the second one hits. Good. Let's gun this thing. Oh, come on, don't disappoint me. Don't miss at that range. Okay, let's tell them to aim for the waterline. That's a nice hit. That's a nice hit. That did some damage. This is not a big ship, but it might just serve as the distraction that we need. That's its purpose. Slow us down. Slow us down even more. Let's give our engines a little bit of rest here. We've been pushing our engines quite hard. Yeah. Nice. Target the waterline. Put some nice holes into this ship. There we go. Hit after hit after hit. Good job, gun crew. Can I improve the gun crew a little bit? Do I have anybody else with gunnery skills? No, the petty officer, the boatsman with the gunner skills, he's already on the deck gun. He's doing a fine job. Keep shooting. Definitely a Greek flag. Yeah, no, this is point blank range for a naval engagement. Okay. We are putting shot after shot into this thing. It will sink soon. And then we'll turn towards the other targets. Well, so much for that. Turn away, increase speed. Detonated. What were you carrying on board? Probably ammunition or something like that. Let's get away from this thing. It's pretty rare to see them detonate like that. Just all at once. So it's better to distance ourselves from this. Okay, watch officer. Secure the gun. Bring back the watch crew. There we go. We are definitely getting out of here. Good. Very good. Now, which way do I want to go? I want to go up here. Course 60.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloy. Neuer Kurs 5-3.
What? Did I misclick? Possibly.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloy. Neuer Kurs 6-0.
There we go. Oh wow, that thing is sinking fast. That must have been quite a big hole that we have blown into that ship. That's going down. Now I hope that the destroyer is reacting to this. Well, escort. I don't know if it's a destroyer actually. It could be just a corvette. But this thing is gone. There it goes. In a cloud of smoke and steam. Bye. That was a fast sinking. We have some survivors in lifeboats, so that's nice to see. But that sinking was really fast. Alright. Now let's take a moment to check what did we sink here. We sank a small cargo type 3 of 2,395 tons. That's a few deck gun shells well invested. And now I'm racing back towards the other ships. Will I be able to find them again? Will I be able to lure away the escort by doing what I've just done? Will this attempt at a cat and mouse game work? Or will I run straight into the escort? We will discover that next time. For now, this episode today has been quite an eventful one, with some tough choices that had to be made. Yes, this was only 2,300 tons, but it was the safer option. So I'm definitely happy that I made this choice. And now, it's nighttime and we might still go for the other option. Find out next time. Until then, have some really great days. Let me know in the comments if you think that my choice was right. And I'll see you then. Goodbye.